Right. Evening, everybody. Thanks for joining us tonight. I know there's a lot of information going out this week, so I appreciate your time. In my opinion, this is probably the most valuable to everybody because it is some on-field stuff and something that we're really excited to share with everybody as our coaches. Some of the other stuff is that we've gone through this week is sometimes pretty obvious, and I appreciate you guys spending that time with us. But today, hopefully, we'll go through an exciting partnership that we've put together with the coaching manual, and we will show off a little demonstration of how the platform works. So if anybody doesn't know me and you're new to Loudoun Soccer, I am Darren Patricio, the Director of Player Development. That basically means I oversee the entire rec program. I am your support on field throughout the season, and then Karen, Mac, and Ashley will be your support off the field. And luckily we have Reese Williams with us, who is the Vice President of US Operations for the coaching manual, and he will lead us through the next maybe 20-30 minutes, and then we have a couple minutes at the end to run through some questions. Use the chat if you want. I'll answer the questions as best I can, but I am no expert on the platform, so I'll take some notes down, and we can then share those questions with Reese at the end, and hopefully we'll everybody gets a little more value to their on-field activities for the season. So Reese, over to you.
Appreciate it, Darren. Again, thank you, everybody. My name is Reese Williams. Very happy to kick off the partnership with Loudoun Soccer. I know everyone's time is precious, so I won't keep too much of it. I'll show you through really the key areas and how you can get the most out of the coaching manual. Before I dive into the platform, what I wanted to share with everybody is, first of all, some curriculum packs that you will all receive from us. And this is based on the age groups. We have them all the way through. So hopefully this is a good guide for you. Prior to jumping into that, I will let everybody know you will get an activation email with your account. So from there, all you really need to do is either accept the password or change it. I assume mostly everybody will change their password. Once you've done that, you log into the account and you are good to go. So with that, I'll share my screen. And again, I'll show you one of the curriculum packs that we have here. So we've put these all together. And Darren, you can see my screen, right? Just making sure. Yep. Okay. So these are curriculum packs. We have them starting at the ages, U4 all the way through the age bands. But really what this is meant to do is to give you some guides, whether you have coached before, maybe you haven't, and this is your first time potentially as a volunteer, then this should give you some structure and some guidance. And this really tells you the why and what we believe in terms of being able to go out there and still, even if it's your first time or you're working with players, again, at that youngest age group, that we can still get some value out of that for everybody. And the players and the coaches all walk away feeling positive. So you'll see some things here like objectives. I will skim through this, everyone. So some important things to remember when you're dealing, when you're running your sessions, some how to coach tips, some ball mastery videos. So all of this, everything I'm showing you right now will be in the platform as well. It's underpinned by everything that we have in there. But this is just a quick way. Again, if you have your phone, your iPad, your computer, you can click on any of these links and it'll take you directly to that particular session. Okay. So some ball mastery, as I mentioned, some kind of, support as to why we believe this is the appropriate way to coach the game and really why we've positioned our content this way. Where can we train? Obviously, home, field, with our friends. So a bit about the model, play, practice, progress, play here. where potentially a lot, obviously a lot of our content and partners have helped us produce this material. And then really the core of this is the season plan itself. So this is a 12-week season plan. And that whether you are 7 weeks to 12 weeks or however it may be, really after 6-7 weeks, it does repeat. So it will tell you that as well within here. So if you click any of these links, it will take you through to the content. Okay. From there, I will jump back into the platform here and give you guys a breakdown and really some key tips on how to find what you're looking for and how this is all laid out. And that document I just shared with you will probably start to make a bit more sense. Okay. So the platform is broken down into 3 areas. Where we are right now, which is think of this as your library and your search engine for the coaching manual. All right. You've got your locker, which would be around team management. This is everything from your season plans to your folders and your calendar. Okay. And then on the last part here is your My Content. And if you would like to go in and create anything yourself, it is there for you. But also there's ways to put things in here, such as even some match reports or some documentation around player feedback, whatever that may be. But I'll start here in the training ground. And you'll see there's 2 search bars here. And what that really gives you the ability to do is if you do know something that you're looking for, then, you can you can start here, have a quick search, and we'll pull all of the content that we have on a particular topic that you are searching for. Okay. So within the platform, there are pages and pages and lots of content. So if you do know what you're looking for, great. Potentially, if you're looking to browse or you're looking for a particular session or practice, then these buttons down at the bottom, these are shortcuts. These are a way to go and find what you're looking for, potentially a little bit quicker. So let's go and use some of these filters here. You want it to include video footage. Let's choose some of the younger age groups here. Attacking. Oh, sorry, I just crossed out of that. Let me go and do that again, guys. I'm sorry, I actually pressed the wrong button. So practices, video, age, and attacking. That will start to narrow it down now. So you're able to see, okay, well, there's still 15 pages and 16 pieces of content per page. So there is still a lot in there and a lot for you to really to browse and find what you're looking for. But if I click on this one right here, then you see everything is laid out pretty much standardized across the platform so that it is repeatable and really, I would say, consistent in a way that it becomes familiar to everybody as you go through. And if it's content such as this that we potentially, posted 4 or 5 years ago when we started to do a lot of the video, all the way through to material that we have just produced this past month, it will be laid out in a consistent way so that it is obviously easy to follow. So you get a video. I won't play the whole thing, but I'll kind of give you an idea of what this looks like. Typically anywhere from 3 to 5 minutes on the video, with some infographics.
First defender, which is Levi's, going to take the ball out, okay? He's going to take a touch at his feet and he's going to pop it in, okay?
I'll fast forward through here.
Touch, good. Nice and bright, attackers.
And you can see the video, what you would need to set this up, okay? An animation. And then these are some important things here. So some key coaching points. We keep it very simple. And then your animation and how to make it easier, how to make it harder. So introduce another attacker, make it more challenging, play 2v2 with 2 defenders, etc. So we obviously want to make sure that this can be adapted. Maybe you have a different set of players or odd numbers. We have guides pretty much on all of that, and a lot of the sessions do guide you in that sense. In terms of maybe you have an odd number that day and you want to know how to adapt it. Well, all of that information is in here. So this is hopefully, again, a way that you can find what you are looking for. All right. By those buttons and those filters. We have a lot of other information in here. So just to give everybody some definition, sessions is anything from 1.5 hours to 2 hours with multiple different drills and practices within that flow through a current theme. And then practices are individual drills or individual practices. We have everything from guides, player education. We've got some guides on things like even formation or what is play, practice, play, so that it can help you in your journey as a coach and provide that structure for you before you go out on the pitch. So if you need to pull this up, you know, as you're kind of on your way home before you go to the field, then obviously it's there for you to go in and access. Okay. The rest of the training ground, you'll see everybody has a persona, if you like. You'll be linked to teams and age groups, so you'll start to get recommended content and sessions based on that information. All right, so that is where these things will start to get posted. All right, Darren, did we have any questions around the training ground before I move on to the locker?
Nothing yet.
Okay, cool. Here's the locker room. Okay. The locker room, again, is where everything starts to be a little bit more Loudoun soccer centric. So this is where the club will be able to share content with you. This is where you will be able to access your season plans and view your teams. All right. So I'll jump into really the core areas that you as coaches will need to know and to be able to look at. All right. So I'll start here. When you log in, you will see your team. All right, so you'll see any of the coaches, or if you have any assistant coaches, or if there's multiple coaches linked, then you will see your team in this area, okay? From here, you'll see your folders, all right? Folders, any content across the platform can be added to you as a person. So you can create a folder and add anything you would like in here. But also, we have worked with Loudoun on producing a structure here that benefits you when you log in. This is a quick way to find exactly what you're looking for based on the age groups that you work with. We also have quite a lot of guides in here, whether it be guides to running your first session, but even as you kind of go through the age groups, hopefully, then there's things like nutrition or even one-to-one and strength and conditioning. A lot of information in here for the whole club. But for example, when you log in, you will be able to see the folders that are shared with you. So if I go in here, you'll see some different ones that are already populated. All right. You'll see some simple sessions to get you started. Okay, they're all populated here. Some ball mastery activities. So this is okay.
Listen, go brush your teeth, please.
How do we start to develop and really show the players or help the players with their technique? As I mentioned, there's some essential reading, if you like. You know, an open letter to coaches from parents, guides to running your first session, learning environments. Why should we play small-sided games? A lot of information in here that you can access, and it is there at your disposal immediately when you log in. Okay. Working with players, again, communicate effectively. You know, some potentially some information in here that, you know, is I would say eye-opening, but really good for you as a coach, but also just in general working with young children that may help you along the way in terms of the learning process. All right. Understanding the game. Again, there's some languages in here, so maybe some basic rules. How do we get players and what restrictions, especially at potentially the entry levels of the game, what restrictions do we put on there, or what conditions do we put into our games at that level? So again, all of this information is here and for you. But as you click in here, this is probably one of the areas that you'll use the most. This is the folder structure. So if you are associated with any of these teams and these age groups, you will get updates into these folders. You will see the curriculums in these folders. So the pack that I'd shown everybody at the beginning, this is where all of that content is posted and will be for you. So if you click on any of this, again, it is pulled up in exactly the same consistent format within the platform. So in this, it's an arrival game, 3v3, 4v4, 5v5. Get the players playing. To go on to the next part, let me move my, you just click next, and it will take you onto that next video, setup, key coaching points, and then again, a few concepts to make it easier, to make it harder, and again, some even suggested videos here on some of the mastery that ball mastery that helps players get better. Okay. All right. Any questions around the folders, Darren, in the chat?
Nothing in the chat.
Okay. All right. So I think I'll close out the folders in that sense. This will start to, I think, develop as you grow as a coach. What we want to do is meet coaches where they're at. So regardless, again, as if it's your first time or whether you have been coaching for many, many years, there will be information and content you can learn from within the platform and utilize when you're going to work with the players and in the session. So we do want to meet you where you are. And again, I think this is a great resource in this part of the platform to organize yourself, but start to make it your own as well. So you can start to favorite things. You can start to add them to the folder. And what I'll do now is I'll quickly show you how to do that. All right. So we're in the locker room right now. We're in the folders. But however, if you were in the training, if you're in the training, sorry, if you're in your locker here and you favorited a session, maybe you're at work and you're going to your session 4 or 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock in the evening, but you want to come back to that, then you can favorite it, or you can add it to your folder. Okay. And let's say it's your, let's say it is your U5 to U11 folder. Okay. You can go in, or let's put it in a specific one to give you an idea. Let's go into the U7, U8, and you can add it into your own folder. Okay. The club will also be able to share content with you across the network. And if you are following your colleagues as well, you'd be able to share information with them. That is a great way, again, to start to make this your own and feel comfortable as you grow with as a coach and also with the platform. All right. The next part is I will show you the season plans. All right. So once you guys have activated your account, what will happen is when you log in, you click on your season plans, you will be able to click this button, get started, and you'll see the age and the teams that you're associated with. So you can click Loudoun Soccer this is obviously a demo one I'm doing for you. You select your age. Let's say the season, Darren, when do you guys start?
First session's April 10th.
April 10th. Perfect. Okay. And June?
June 3rd is the final Saturday.
June 3rd. Okay. And then let's say you practice on a Tuesday and you play a game on a Saturday. With that amount of clicks, you will be able to go in here. Let's skip to April here. And you'll be able to go and see the sessions. And again, the curriculum packs that I showed you at the beginning, they will match up to this. All right. That's just another way to access and go into those sessions. But this will create a periodized curriculum for you to follow throughout the duration of your season. Okay, so you can tap into this as a resource, or you can follow it exact, and you will have a plethora of information to pull from and hopefully make your life a lot easier in terms of going out there, potentially even taking some anxiety out of these sessions, especially when maybe you're new to it. So this is here for Darren to support you guys and for us to help in that process. And hopefully this is a really good tool for you as you start out the new season. So again, I'll probably just reiterate this. If you go into it, it's the same format. And as you'll see down this side here, there's a few parts to this session. So to skip to the next one, you just press next. And again, likewise, you get the drill, you get the setup and what you need to do to be able to deliver this. Okay. Any questions around the season plans yet? Anything on that front?
We have
Nope.
one question. Are we able to direct parents to the exercise for the week?
Are you able to direct parents? You can show them. You wouldn't be able, they wouldn't be able to have access to it. What you could do is if you go into any of the season plans. So if we want to share this with them, let's go into the view season plan. Oh yeah, it starts in April. You can go in here, and this will give you the ability to print it off, save it as a PDF even, and show them that in this way. And there's a couple of different ways of doing that. And so you could email it to them however you would like to do that. All right.
Yeah, so just to reiterate that, Robert, it's only the head coaches have access to the coaching manual. We're not giving parents access to this platform.
You obviously there's the physical version, but they do not have accounts to it. So sorry if I misunderstood that. All right, to close out the locker here, again, you've got your calendar, which is where your season plans will show up as well. Your clubs and teams, the season plans themselves, favorites. One thing I'll say, over favorite stuff, if you see it in the training ground, you see it in your locker, and you want to come back to it, put a favorite on it. It shows up here at any point. If you want to delete or drag out, you can do so. But we highly recommend it. I think it's a good way to go back and reference what you've been looking at. Okay, your folders. All right, again, and then lastly, I would say the followers and following. You'll see some activity feeds. You'll see some of our staff. You'll start to see even some Loudon profiles in here. If you want to follow each other, you can do it. It builds a network, an ecosystem, if you like, within the club. So I think it should be a good start for you guys to go in here and get familiar with this left-hand toolbar as coaches. Really where you probably will be focusing in is in those seasons, the folders, getting comfortable with those, and then how to navigate. Again, the buttons should make it very easy to find what you're looking for. All right. Last part of the platform here is the My Content. So this is the creation tools. Should you wish to go in and try your hand at some of this information. So we have everything from attacking third to full size pitches to futsal. We have the whole lot, or even a blank canvas here if you'd like. So I won't go and build a full session for you, but it is a very simple tool in terms of a drag and drop here to be able to go and build something if you would like to do it. It can be done for anything from even set plays or anything like that. If you are working in age group where that is obviously necessary. So from here, what you would do is you would save it. It would then take you to the next step, and the next step would be this. You have your title, your summary. So basically, what this is doing is setting this up in exactly the same way that we develop our content as well. So you're able to go in here and create, add your diagrams. You could add any pictures you would like in there as well. Add your age groups. These things aren't mandatory, but what these tags do is it helps you find it at a later date. If you are making quite a bit and you want to go back and search and you had an idea of what it was. So these tags do become important. Okay. And then at the bottom, there's the addition, the option to add some other blocks here. So whether that be a heading, paragraph, drop downs, more imagery, or even embed some video, then you can certainly do that in this section. Okay. So what this will do is it'll prompt you and walk you all the way through it. So it will format it again in the same way that our content is developed and formed and posted to the platform as well. So the last part here would be our document creation. So this could be anything from some player feedback. It could be you know, an evaluation or of the end of the season. You know, you could write something up in here, and really it's endless. You could put anything in it, save it, and once you've done that, you can add it to a folder. You can add it, and really what that does is give you reference year on year, season on season, to be able to come back and look at that. So it is a good tool to get to use if it's something that you as the coach and the team or even the club find that useful to maybe potentially track that progression throughout the season, or even your journey as a coach if you're working with different age groups year on year. All right. The last thing, and I will say this is the last one, is our basically it's our customizable session plan. So you can take a warm up from anything on the platform, for example. So let's take this David Moyes warm up, just as the first one that showed up for me here. You can drag it into your warm up, and then let's say you've made something that you like, and that a small-sided game potentially. Then what you can do here is you can add it into the game. You can save this. It can be in any combination of anything that you have in the platform, whether it's be something that you have created or you've pulled from other clinicians within our system. Then it gives you that creative license, if you like, in terms of developing something truly unique. It may not be for everybody in this one. Again, I'm just trying to give you guys some tips and tricks on the best way to use the platform. But this is certainly here for you if you would like to take a look at that and go in and look at how to develop a full session. So, Darren, I think there might have been a few. I think I saw the chat box pop up, but happy to answer any questions.
I think we got most of those covered in the chat. If anybody has something they want to ask directly, I think go ahead.
I have a quick, I joined a little late. So you mentioned earlier, activate the account. Are we going to get an email to activate it, or?
Yeah, you'll get an email saying your account has been made, please activate, and it will be a link. You click on it and it will ask you if you want to change your password. If you do or don't, you're in. And at that point, you are good to go.
Excellent. Thank you. It's a
No
great
problem.
resource.
Thank you. On the lineups, you can do that in the My Content. I've seen that quite a lot. People do it. So absolutely, if you'd like to do that. And one of the unique things there is you can create a folder and say week 1 lineup, week 2 lineup, week 3 lineup. If that's how you'd like to do it, absolutely.
There's been a couple questions about the assistant coaches. We haven't provided assistant coaches access currently, just because of the sheer number of coaches. We already have over 600 head coaches that we need to provide access to. But correct me if I'm wrong, Reese, but within your team, assistant coaches can be added by the head coach.
Correct.
Yep. Is there a limit to the number of assistant coaches?
There should not be a limit to the assistant coaches. But that, let me just collect my thoughts on that. I think actually there might be a limit to like 2 or 3, but if you need anything, email in, and it shouldn't be a problem to add any more if that's the case. We not really had that one in terms of adding more than a couple, so I don't know, but we'll have to check on it.
Yeah, I don't think there's too many teams that have more than 2 assistant coaches. just the odd couple.
And the thing is there, what happens with the assistant coaches and coaches, you will both be able to go in and look at the season plan and open it. However, the assistant coaches won't be able to set the season plan, just so you know. Yes, on the head coaches that we would have received from Loudon. I think Darren just said that in terms of the 600 head coaches right now are the ones that are going to get the account activation. Correct.
Do you have anything on this where it's like, how do we want to play the game? You know, I didn't grow up playing soccer, but through the years, kind of found out like, hey, you know, playing from the back.
Yeah, there's a lot of guides and resources within our system. You can even, you know, if you've not played the game and you maybe want to learn how to set up a session, even we've put a whole library of resources to that. Okay, so why do we do this? Why do we use this model? It's probably a bit lengthy for me to go through the whole thing, but this would be good reading for you if that's the case. If you also go into, sorry, the chat is in my how do I move that? Sorry, my chat is like right over my button. If you were to go into any of the guides here, then you can see anything from why to play, you know, playing out of the back. You've got things such as you know, formation guides, formats. So in the folder structure already, you'll see everything from every game format, 3v3 all the way through to 11v11. Okay, so you'll see the different game formats. You'll see guides on formations and things like that. There is really so much content to support you in that sense. So I would highly recommend going in and looking at some of the guides and going through the folders. Okay.
Thanks.
Yep. I think, yes, we have recorded it. And just so everyone knows, it's a good question. This will be put in your folders as well. So it will say how to use the coaching manual demo, and you can go in and reference this back.
All our Zoom meetings are always recorded and will always be sent to you. You should have received an email today with links to the correct pages on the website, and this will be uploaded. We'll get it downloaded and uploaded by noon tomorrow.
I've got a question. When you went back to the calendar and set your session or your entire season, did those lesson plans automatically default in there? Or are those being set based on what you've selected earlier?
They are set based on the information that you select and the age groups that you are associated within the club.
Okay, thanks.
Yep. You'll obviously get a different one for every different variation of age groups and things like that. So they're not randomly generated. They are tried and tested and periodized sessions based on the criteria that's set. So, and which is mainly driven around age.
I've got a question. I apologize for joining a little bit late, but Darren, you used to, or at least you had a slew of sessions based on age group that was up on the Loudon site. Are your sessions also going to be included or uploaded here? Or I guess the question is, should we default to this, or should we default to what you've created in the past? Or is this an added feature or tool that we can use to modify?
This is a new partnership that we've come together on, and this is what you should be focusing on with the players. We will make sure that the sessions within those folders, we provide you sessions that run through our framework and our curriculum, that we believe in, but we believe in the content that's on the platform already.
Okay, got it. No, this is fantastic tool for anybody at any level.
Was the March 20th Zoom call recorded as well? The mini program coach meeting?
It was, you should have received an email today with links to the page where the links are provided.
Perfect, thank you.
And who do we contact if we didn't get that email?
Sorry, was that a question for me on the?
I
email, or-
I didn't get that email today, so I'm just wondering, do I
Oh,
do
okay.
I contact Mac?
Yeah, I would reach out to Mac. I don't know what happened to Darren. Yeah, definitely reach out to Mac.
And would that have come from the same email that this link for this meeting came from? I don't think I got that other one either.
Yeah, I can't find that email as well.
Okay.
I don't have that email either.
I think they're probably sending it out after. But
Yeah, I agree. It probably is going to be later because I didn't get any of those that they're talking about yet.
There
Okay.
wasn't an email, but they were posted on the Loudon soccer site under the coaches resources. There's
the old
there's
the
a
old
link
content.
for it.
Oh,
I just dug around to find it.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm sorry guys, my internet just rebooted there. Could you, I didn't hear the last two questions if they were directed at me.
None of us got the email that you were talking about with links to the meeting on Monday.
Yep, they're in the coaching information center within the coaching education page. You should have received emails with those links throughout the week. So go and check those pages, and all the links are in there. We don't send the link out directly, we send you to the page. And if you're having trouble finding it, reach out to your program manager, and Mac and Karen will be able to support you and point you in the correct direction.
I think there was a couple of questions here. This is not an email platform. So no, the emails couldn't be sent to the team through this platform. Chris, I think you mentioned, is the site an app format or only website? Both. We have the app and we have the mobile friendly version as well. And obviously the desktop, which is what I'm showing you on here. I'm going to probably upset my tech team a bit here, but I find the mobile friendly version as close to this as it really could ever be. It's great. So I tend to use the mobile version. So, but
excellent. Thank you. Appreciate it.
No worries.
Are there any more questions with regards to the platform? And then I can touch on the weekend stuff.
One real quick, sorry if I didn't hear this before. Are we limited to just our age group? If I wanted to look at something that was a little more advanced than my fifth graders, if I wanted to look at like a sixth grade practice, is that available to me, or am I specifically stuck with the?
No, well, the information, so I'll break this down there, and hopefully I'm not talking out of turn here. The training grounds, you can search for anything. That is not hidden. You can get into anything that you would like to and search by age groups, by all means. The folders that are shared with you may be decided to be very specific to the age group that you're associated with. Likewise, your season plans.
Okay, thanks. Appreciate it.
Darren, that was all right?
Perfect. Yep.
Okay. All right.
I may have missed it. but where in this platform would we see the roster of kids and then just a way to blast out a message to everybody?
That's not what this platform is about, or
Okay.
has the functionality for. This is really around, you know, the education, the sessions, really being able to go in and deliver on the pitch what you take from this platform. Now there's a lot of information there around players, and I think I mentioned earlier, you can set things like lineups, and you can start to track progress and do things like that in the My Content section, but you can't send an email to your players through this. No.
Is anyone on the Loudon League, is there a platform that I should be going to utilize that, or like to look for a roster and things?
If you log in, you get your roster. If you gotta go to the volunteer, and then you link to show my team or view team page. But if you have Game Changer on your phone, you can import that. It's tied to your email.
Okay.
What I will say to everybody, and this may be something that changes that, is this is the relationship here is between Loudon, the coaching manual, which is us, myself, and Stack Sports, which is their registration, which is where you see Sports Connect and things like that. There will be a lot of integration between all of those. So you may feel like you'll be able to flip basically from your Sports Connect account into this platform. So can you do that directly in here without, you know, going through your Stack stuff right now? No. But there is a partnership there that there's a lot of plugins, if you like, in terms of integration of Sports Connect, us, and Loudon, so that club ecosystem will certainly provide a lot of benefits to that. Okay.
So I have a question. Can you print, like, so if you've got a bunch of your sessions, like for like one of the practice days, is there a function where you can actually print a stack of things? Because I sometimes like laminate things and note like what worked, what didn't work.
Are you able to see my screen?
I can. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
So if you go on anything, it'll give you this. You'll give you a couple of different versions to be able to do that with. Okay. So compact, detailed, or current practice only. You'll be able to print it off, save it as a PDF, however you may wish to do that.
And that will be for that individual one there. You can't stack like 3 or 4 on.
Yeah, you can. So like, for example, this full session, there's 5 parts to this. You can either do compact layout, which would put
for
all of them
5.
on one.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, you could do
Got it.
detailed, which would be 5 different pages, or you can do this current one only.
Awesome.
Okay.
Very cool.
All right.
Okay. Anything else? Last chance. Otherwise, send me an email. We'll get you the answers. We've as a club, we've spent a lot of time over the last 6 to 12 months trying to figure out what kind of resources we can get and put in front of you all to make your lives easier. That's we always say that in every meeting and every time we step on the field with you. So this was an opportunity we couldn't miss out on, and we're excited to get everybody the resources that make your lives a little easier and hopefully your players a little better. So thanks, Reese, for running through that demo. And again, if anybody has any follow-up questions, let me know, and I'll provide you the best answer, or we'll get the best answer for you.
Yes, I have a quick question before you leave. On the Loudon Soccer website, looking for how do you get access to this Sports Connect or to the coaching manual again? Was there a link on there somewhere?
So you will get an email asking you to activate. Okay. So the website, if you just want to type in the website, will be the sportsconnect.coaching manual. You use your account and you'll log in and it will take you straight to the Loudon section. Okay.
Right, great, thanks.
Okay. So you will get that and it will take you directly into it. You honestly, all you need to do is click on it. So just please keep an eye out in the next couple of days for that email. And that will be your source of truth. You just click on that and it's very straightforward. All right.
Okay, and then just to wrap things up for everybody, yes, Saturday's on-field sessions and the equipment pickup is cancelled. The weather doesn't look great, and honestly, we don't feel like sitting out there for 4 hours, and I know you guys don't feel like coming out and standing in the rain. So we will do Sunday only. We will do pickup from 9 to 12. Pass this on to there's only 83 of you on here right now, but an email did go out to this morning with the info for this meeting, so hopefully you got that, or I know you did get that because you're here. There will be another email reminding everybody tomorrow, so if you know anybody, your assistant coaches, just pass on that message so no one shows up on Saturday. No one will be there, the office won't be open, but we will be out there on Sunday for equipment pickup only. So hopefully we can get you all your stuff, and then we will record some sessions next week with our travel teams in the relevant age groups, and we'll then upload that into the coaching resource pages and the information center. So everybody receives something, assistant coaches, head coaches. So yep, show up. Come get your shirt if you're an assistant, and come get your bag if you're a head coach. Again, thanks Reese for spending your evening with us, running through everything. And thank you all for coaching this season. Our club doesn't function the way it does without all over 600 of you and almost 1,300 volunteers in total for our rec program. So thank you for coaching. I'm available by email mainly. I have some weird hours because I also coach and I'm on the field till all hours of the evening. So email is the best way to get a hold of me. And I hope to see you all on Sunday, and then we'll see you all on the field throughout the season. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, everyone.
Hey, add just one quick question if I could bother you. So I can't access the team page. We're not supposed to be able to see that till the roster's posted, or should we be able to see that now?
Different teams and divisions and programs can see their rosters currently.
So if I don't, should I just go and contact my administrator?
What program are you in?
Rec 2.
No, that comes out tomorrow.
Okay. All right. Thanks.
Okay. All right, everybody. Enjoy your evening.
Thanks. Take care.
Thank you. You too.
Bye. Bye.